Hi, I'm Brash Landau, Virtual Executive Officer here at InovaHire.com. So, you're ready to start the job hunting process. Well, you're in luck. Today we're speaking about job interviews, and I just happen to have some valuable pointers straight from our blog at InovaHire. So let's get started. Step number 1 in the job interview preparation process: update your resume. Now, your resume is your starting point on a job board. The only thing an employer has to look at and consider is what's listed on your resume. To look your best, use an organized, professional format. I think the first impressions are absolutely critical here. The best resumes are complete, informative, relevant, and up-to-date. And all your references need to be aware they might be called about you, so give them a heads up about your job hunting. They'll appreciate it and give you a better reference. Submit your resume. Now that you've worked on your resume, it's time to submit it, of course. You can submit your resume directly to an employer, or you can use a job board. In fact, you can do both. Most people submit customized versions of their resumes to several companies all at the same time. This way, if one doesn't work out, you might have another one lined up and ready to bite. Having choices helps make job interview process easier and more fun. Keep detailed notes about each job prospect you're interested in and where you are in the process. Step number 3, check back with the potential employer. If it's been more than about 2 weeks since you submitted your resume and you haven't heard anything, send out a friendly email and make a follow-up phone call. It shows persistence, interest, initiative, and helps you learn where you are in their process. Make sure that you tell them you have a good reason for calling back. That is something that's to their benefit, like the fact that you are enthusiastic and ready to work. Step number 4, receiving a phone call from them. Once an employer has viewed your resume and has taken an interest in it, they'll contact you via email or phone to schedule a phone interview. Now, not every company chooses to pursue a phone interview, but many do. So be prepared. Make sure that you start practicing. Step number 5, the phone interview. On average, a phone interview lasts about 15 minutes to an hour at the most. The employer's questions are used for screening purposes. Now, you'll need to sound qualified for the position, and you'll need to be able to speak clearly without hesitation and stumbling. You might even look at it as a performance you're expected to give, the first test of your qualifications. So it could be good to have reviewed some sample questions and practice your answers. Doing a little role-playing with a friend can help a lot by giving you a chance to think about what you'd say. Step number 6, the phone interview callback. Now, you should receive a callback no more than a week after the phone interview took place. However, things can happen. Now, if you don't hear back within a week and a half, you call your employer back. Be prepared to accept no as easily as yes. Avoid taking rejection personally by observing that you might have been spared a difficult situation. Most of the time, when employers do call back, they want to schedule a live face-to-face job interview, so have a notebook and pen ready at all times to copy down the information correctly. Step number 7, the live interview. You made it to the next step. Congratulations! Now make sure it goes well. Here are some basics. Show up on time. Dress properly. Have a neat appearance. The more that you've done your homework about the company and have practiced your responses to possible interview questions, the better you're likely to do. Keep in mind that you're competing with other job candidates for the same position, so act like you want the job. Employers know that your attitude tells them a lot about your ability. Step number 8, live interview feedback. Now, when someone calls back, don't be nervous. Stay positive and confident. Again, have your notebook handy to write instructions down or notes. At some point, the employer will ask you to agree to a background check if they want to proceed, or they might tell you, we don't have a position right now, but we'll keep you in mind should something come up. We'll ask if you can check back with them. If the answer's no, it's not personal. Perhaps your timing wasn't perfect, or there was a more qualified person. And remember, you still have other resumes out there, right? The background check. Most employers use a service to handle background checks. They look you up in various databases, including law enforcement and credit reporting. The purpose is to confirm the personal information that you put on your resume. Be aware that background checks can go back more than 10 years, so if you think that they might find discouraging information about you, they probably will. And we're basically speaking about false information, felony charges, or bankruptcy here. It's better to have it show up on your resume where it can be discussed in advance so that there are no surprises. The offer. Now, once the background check is complete, an employer can come back to you with your desired position and salary offer. Should you accept the offer immediately? Well, you'll be able to tell if you have a good feeling about it. If not, it may not be the matchup you're really looking for. Are you able to make a long-term commitment to these terms? It's always okay to ask for a little time to make sure you'll be happy. Personally, I ask to be able to sleep on it and call back first thing in the morning. Number 11, make a counteroffer if necessary. Now, if the offer is everything that you need, great. If not, then it's time for negotiation. Make your offer. Be clear about what you want and be open to hearing about what the employer wants. You have the opportunity here to get a little creative in order to close the gap. If the compensation sounds a little low for your qualifications, ask for more benefits perhaps. As a rule, avoid the extremes of greediness or desperation and be willing to compromise if you like the opportunity. And if the deal just doesn't come together, be gracious and ask if they'll keep you in mind for something else. Perhaps there's a position coming open that would be closer to your preference. Finally, step number 12, your new job. Remember, attitude is everything during the hiring process and once you've been hired. So go celebrate and then make sure that you show up on time, ready to work and become part of your new employer's team. It can take 6 weeks or more to shift into your most productive level of work. While you experience the nuances of your new position, keep an open mind about learning and be sure to be easy on yourself. One piece of advice that never fails: go the extra mile, even if others don't notice it. That is the path to success in the workplace. I'm Brash Landau on behalf of InovaHire.com. Good luck and go get 'em. For more information, visit our blog at InovaHire.com.